What's up, everybody? It's Pikel, and in this video, we're going to talk about Misfits. And Misfits go into playoffs, kind of at the peak of people's opinions on them. And that's a scary thing for me. I think that they're probably the team that's most likely to disappoint in playoffs, just because they have a relatively inexperienced team when it comes to LEC playoffs. So let's go lane by lane. So Hirat, I think this has been a great split for Hirat. I think that people are finally appreciating how good he is. And for the past 2 years or so, we kind of knew that Hirat had the ability to carry games. It's just that this split was so much more consistent in terms of being influential in like almost every single game. I think that he is definitely good enough to go toe-to-toe with somebody like Alfari or Broken Blade. I think that Alfari is probably better than Hirat and Broken Blade right now, and just in general with their talent levels throughout their career. But Hirat can make it interesting and will put pressure on a player like Alfari in the draft, where they need to make sure that they're getting even matchups so that one of them just doesn't go insane. In the jungle, we have Zlatan. Zlatan has been pretty good this split, but I think it's because he's gotten a ridiculous amount of Lee Sin. I think that when teams do their preparation for draft, they'll probably target Zlatan instead of targeting like Neon or Vetio. I think it makes more sense to go after Zlatan, try to get a jungle matchup that you can have the more influential jungler, force Zlatan to kind of be a gank-heavy player, because I don't know if we can really trust him to be a very good farming style player that kind of just outscales. I think that's really where Misfits might run into the most trouble, is if they try to play a slower style of League of Legends because the draft kind of demands it. Like, he's gotten a ridiculous amount of Lee Sin. Like, you should check out his champion statistics for this split. So I think that teams will ban it or counter it. And I know that some people just think that Lee Sin's a horrible champion, let them pick it because it's a bad champion. You don't want to give a Lee Sin player Lee Sin. There's no reason to do that. Even if like, if you were drafting in a vacuum, then yes, you could do it that way. But we're not. We're dealing with Zlatan. So Zlatan, very good Lee Sin player, ban Lee Sin. For Vetio, going into the season, I thought that Vetio was like, league average or a little better than league average. And this split has been very good for him. I think that I'm willing to say that he is elite for playoffs. But would I be surprised if he kind of came back down to earth and was, not a difference maker? That really wouldn't surprise me very much. And we will hopefully learn something about Vetio in this playoff run, because I think Hirat is a known quantity. I think Zlatan is probably a little overrated right now. Vetio might be a little overrated right now, but he could be that good. And then Neon and Mursa are okay, but they're not true difference makers in my mind. So it'll come down to like, how do teams deal with Zlatan in draft, and is Vetio as good as people hope that he is? And I don't know the answer to that question yet. And maybe I never will. And then in the bot lane, we have Neon and Mursa. So I think that Neon is probably in the second tier of AD carries. In my mind, it's really Upset, and then everybody else, and then Flocked. So I think that Neon can play both sides of most AD carry matchups. Going into a utility meta is probably... maybe that'd be good for them. I think if we went into a utility AD carry meta, it would be bad for Fnatic. Bad for Fnatic. Maybe bad for XL. Maybe bad for Comp. But it might benefit Neon. So, that's, I guess, something that we have to watch out for. And then Mursa, I think that Mursa is in the third tier of supports that are left. I think it's Hylissang and Mickey, then it's Trimby, and then it's everybody else. But again, these players we don't know a lot. We don't have a lot of tape on Mursa in playoffs, so or any probably. So who knows what his upside is? You know, he could pull a limit and be a difference maker in playoffs, which would be a little bit surprising, but pretty cool. I like when players are able to pull that off. So that's it for Misfits. I don't think that they're going to make a deep run in playoffs. In regards to the summer split, how good could they be? I think they could do this again. They could probably make another run during the regular season. But I'm always going to be skeptical of their upside because of how many times they've broken my heart in the past. People in our community, the Discord community for League of Items, have been burned by them so many times where we had completely winning positions and they just kind of threw away games. So maybe that's just, you know, my scars talking. But that's it. That's all I got for you in this video. If you liked it, like, comment, subscribe, share. Check out thrivefantasy.com, promo code PIKEL. Thanks for watching. And I'll talk to you later.